Want to enhance your child's communication skills? Grab a book and I'll show you why. Hi there, my name is Andreina Ballester and I am a speech-language pathologist. In today's video, I am showing you how to transform a children's book into a powerful tool that you can use to enhance your child's communication skills, verbal and nonverbal, while boosting interaction with your little one. Each page of the book offers engaging activities for your child, and I will provide you with easy-to-gather materials and step-by-step instructions. So let's dive in and get started. If you stick with me until the end of the video, I will explain why you will create a book like this. But the whole point is of going through all this work. And it can get tedious, requiring you to do online searches for keywords and pictures. However, if you're using the same book that I'm using in this demonstration, I have already created a PDF containing the keywords and pictures that you will need to complete step 13 and 14. This will save you a lot of time. Comment 155 below and I will send you that PDF. Step 1. You're going to purchase 2 books of your child's favorite book. Make sure you have 2 copies of it because we're going to be turning it into a brand new interactive book. Or if you need some ideas for today's demonstration, I'm going to be using Brown Bear, What Do You See? It's one of my favorite children's books. It's a book that is really repetitive, so this is great for getting language out of our children. Step number 2, you're going to cut out the pages out of each book. Step number 3, after you cut out the pages out of the books, make sure you make 2 stacks, one from each book. Step number 4, grab one of the piles of pictures and you're going to be going through the pages and picking something from the picture that you want to cut out. For example, in the fish page, you might want to cut the eye out. In the frog page, you might want to cut the tongue out. Let's say I want to cut out the tail of the dog here. I know that one of the pages also has a tail of a horse. So if that's one of the words that I want to teach my child, that's a good part of the picture to pick because the more repetition, the better. So if there is 2 tails that they're having to put on while they're reading the book, that's better than just having 1 tail. So I cut the tail of the horse. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just cut around it and put it on the side. And then set those pictures aside. You're not gonna need the rest of these pages as long as you pick 1 picture from each page and cut it out. So in the cat and the dog book, as you can see, there is a picture in each page that matches with something. So this is what you're cutting out. You're cutting something from each page. We're gonna laminate it later so that they can paste it right on top of it. If you look here, there is a couple cups they cut out. And this is what you're cutting out right now, something from every page. Don't go around and cut out a bunch of things. It just gets too overwhelming. I would say 1 or 2 pictures the most per page. Step number 5, take all the pieces that you cut out and you're going to make 1 or 2 copies of each piece. And the reason why we want to do this is because once you laminate it and you put Velcro on it, kids are really good about losing these things and it is so much work already to have to redo it. So I like to have 2 or 3 of the same piece. So if they lose one, I have 1 to replace. Step number 6, you're gonna need a laminator for this. You can buy it at Walmart, Amazon. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna turn my laminator on and let it start warming up. Step number 7, take laminating paper. This is an example of one. Scotch makes it, so thermal laminating pouches is what they're called. Grab one of those sheets and you're gonna place this on a manila folder because when we feed it to the laminator, it's easier to do if you don't use a folder like this or something hard underneath it. Sometimes the pictures come out and it becomes a mess. Step number 8, take all the pieces that you cut out and start placing them inside of the laminating pouch. You wanna make sure that they're spaced out at least 1 inch apart because we're gonna cut it after we laminate it and you need to leave enough room to be able to leave an edge when you cut it. So I'll open up the laminating pouch and start placing the pictures inside. Once I'm finished, I will close it and get it ready to laminate. You want to laminate all the pictures, even the ones that you made extra copies of. All right, it's ready for lamination. Step number 9, you're gonna feed the laminating pouch through the laminator slowly, and you don't wanna pull it. You just wanna let it do its thing, feed it and let it get through it on its own. As you see, I'm holding the manila folder underneath it just so that the picture stays in place. You can place your fingers underneath it to help it. It might be a little bit warm, so just be careful you don't burn your hands. Then you will continue to laminate all the pictures that you cut out. Step number 10, cut out each picture in the laminating paper, but you want to make sure you leave an edge of laminating paper around the picture so that it lasts longer. If you cut out around the picture and don't leave any laminating paper, the picture will not last. It'll open up and it will be a mess. I'm gonna cut around it and leave a little bit of a space. Now the other thing is you want to make sure that there is no sharp edges as you're cutting so that it doesn't hurt your child, because it can be really sharp when they grab those little pictures and can hurt themselves. So this right here is just really sharp. I'm gonna cut the edges round, and now it's nice and rounded so your child is safe to grab the picture. Step 11, you're gonna buy Velcro with both sides, the hard scratchy side, the soft fuzzy side. I like to buy the Velcro that comes already cut out in circles because it's easy to just take out and place it on the picture versus having to cut each strip yourself and the scissors get kind of sticky. So this is an example of the circular Velcro that comes already cut out. Step number 12, grab the hard Velcro and you're gonna place it on the back of each picture you cut out and laminated. And I like to put it in the center of the back of the picture. And I'm ready to go. I'll set that aside. Step number 13, grab the other pile of pages and go through each page and pick one word that you want to emphasize or teach your child. It could be a noun or a verb. Those are really good words to pick from. So for example, in this page, I see a black sheep looking at me. I might pick the word see is a verb, something that you can illustrate really easily with a picture. So go through it and write down in a piece of paper all the words that you pick, just one word per page. Step 14, open up a Word document or Canva, any place where you can paste pictures, and you're gonna go through your list of words that you wrote down and you're gonna find pictures for them. Google is perfect to look at pictures, Google Images. So let's say I pick the word bear for one of the pages of the Brown Bear book. I will just Google picture of a bear. Realistic pictures are really good to use, but you can use cartoon as well. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna look for the picture, let's say on Google Images, and you're gonna copy, you're gonna paste it on Word or on Canva and start just copying and pasting all the pictures for each word that you picked. So as you see in this book, down here it says more, and it has a picture and it has the word more. So that's the word they're gonna be teaching or emphasizing here in this page. And so that's what you're gonna do. You're looking for one word per page. You find the picture. If you're in Word document, you will paste it and above it write the word that you're teaching so that the child sees the picture and the word at the same time. So part of this step is when you're copying and pasting these pictures, let's say on a Word document, make sure you're double spacing between each picture. You're gonna put one on top of the other, because as you see in this book, here is the page of the book, here is the Word document cut out the same size. So you don't want to place pictures next to each other when you're copying and pasting. You want to put one with the word, double space it, and put the next picture below that, and so forth, so that when you cut it, you have enough space. Step 15, cut out all the pictures that we just copied and pasted on Word or on Canva. Well, you need to print them out first. Make sure you're cutting it as a straight line as possible. For you can use a guillotine trimmer, and this is just so much easier to get straight lines out of. Make sure that it's unlocked, open it up and cut. Just make sure that you lock it up. Afterwards, it has this little thing to lock it up so no child gets hurt with this dangerous sharp blade. Step number 16, get your other pile of pages and start putting them in the laminating pouch. You're gonna add that vocabulary word so that it's ready for lamination. So in this example is the goldfish page. Put it in the laminate paper. I don't have it with me right now, but I will add the strip underneath it that shows the vocabulary word that I picked. If I pick see, it will have the word see and maybe a picture of eyes looking. Feed it through the laminator and Do that with every single page of your second pile. Step 17, grab the soft Velcro and start putting it on the final pages that you have already laminated. This one is not laminated, but let's pretend that it is. So I'm gonna get the little piece of soft Velcro, and since I cut out the paw, I'm gonna place it in the center of the paw, and it's gonna match my other picture. Now, sometimes it's easier if you just grab the other piece that you have already laminated. It has the hard one on there, and you just grab one of the soft pieces, place it on top of the hard one, so now they're on top of each other, and then you just place the leg right on top of the other, and it will glue it in the exact place where you want it. And you're gonna do that with every single page. Step number 18, your book is ready to go, and now you just need to be binded. Take that pile of papers to an office store like Staples, Office Depot, Office Max, one of those stores, and ask them to bind it for you. You can buy a binding machine on Amazon. I haven't used one personally. It's just easier for me to just take it to the office store and have them do it for me, but it's up to you. And you'll have your book with your binder and ready to go. Are you ready for step 19? We're almost done. Step 19 is you take the extra pictures that you have in case your child loses them. Make sure you put the hard Velcro on top of them and just stick them in a Ziplock baggie, and I guess put it in a safe place in your house so that you have them ready. So when they get lost, you have extras and you don't have to go through all the trouble of all the steps that we just did. And that's it, you did it. Also, I will add some of the links of some of the items I mentioned here, like the laminating paper, the guillotine trimmer, all those things. I'll place a link below so that you can have easy access to purchase them if you want to. I also want to let you know that I'm in the process of creating a course that will teach you different strategies that you can use with the book you just created. If you want to be one of the first ones to know, type 1, 2, 3 in the comments below, and I will send you information about the course as soon as it comes out. Alright, you stuck with me until the end of the video, and I promise you I will tell you why in the world will you go through all the trouble to make a book like this. Well, first of all, little kids are busybodies. They like to be touching and grabbing, and anything that makes an activity more interactive grabs their attention more. So having something that they can pull out and place on top of the picture is just something that makes it interactive. They love grabbing the picture and placing it in the right place, and if you place it in the wrong place, then they're the first one to tell you that you did it wrong. So it just provides the right environment for you to connect with your child while reading a book. So it kind of brings the book back to life. Also, we are not just taking a book and putting pictures on top of the pages, but we're adding vocabulary words that we're going to be teaching. So it's a very intentional activity. We know exactly what words we want to emphasize, and we're using words, we're using pictures. So it's a very powerful tool to use. And it's great for children with autism, but children, whether they have a disability or not, can benefit from this. I use this with my 2.5-year-old, and she loves it. And when I get this course out into the public, you will be the first one to know exactly what to do with the book. I will teach you all the strategies that you can use to get more language out of your child. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment.